Welcome once again. Even before you tell me about your experiences, let me take you to a classroom where a teacher feels frustrated over her students not responding to her questions simply because of miscommunication.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mom.
Class, I would like you to look at the words written on the board. Can you read the words, please? Anna. Anna. Anna.
Ma'am, sorry. I wasn't listening.
Why couldn't Anna give any feedback? Obviously, she was focusing on something else and not on what was going on in the classroom. The chat between Anne and her classmates was a barrier to communication. Let's look at the second classroom situation.
Okay, let us begin our lesson for today. Class, I ask you to read the selection Dahong Palay for your homework. You remember? Let me see if you understood what you had read. Who can give me the theme of the story? Well, what is the whole story about? Who can summarize the story?
Why couldn't the teacher get any response from the students? I agree with you. The teacher failed to prepare the class for those difficult questions. She could have first asked the easier questions so that the students could have been guided to give the appropriate feedback. There was no match between the sender's message and the receiver's understanding of the message. There are many 100 reasons why people, teachers, and students alike fail to put across messages effectively. But before I give you a fuller discussion of these reasons, let me first tell you about the variety of situations in which humans use communication. Perhaps you have never thought about the fact that you talk to yourself inwardly before you produce the words aloud, or make some gesture that expresses your meaning. Let us look at this situation.
But as for me, give me liberty or give me death. Yes, I can do it. I won't forget my lines. I can do it.
Hey, what's this? Where did this check come from? I wonder where Mr. Diaz is. Maybe he could help me.
What do the situations seem to suggest? Apparently, they seem to tell us that the basic level of communication enables people to think through what they want to say, to organize how they want to say something, and to plan whether to ignore, to accept, or counter an opposing idea. They think about what they will do in a certain situation and remember how they have reacted in a similar situation. This recall may prompt them to react in the same way or in some other way. How do we call this basic level of communication situation? We call it intrapersonal communication. In this type of communication, people actually talk to themselves silently. We see this in people who react calmly and objectively under stress. Actually, individuals who react calmly have perfected a system of intrapersonal communication. Their system enables them to first think rationally, That is, to talk things over with themselves and then respond to the crisis. Although intrapersonal communication often takes place for other types or levels of communication, it may also occur during interpersonal or public communication. Is it possible for us to develop intrapersonal skills among our learners? Of course, it's possible. We'll tell you how after this break. Stay tuned.